Welcome to A&M Reviews. I'm Skybear, and I'm here with my buddy Sal. What's up, Sal?
Not much.
All right, so before we get into this, keep in mind there will be spoilers up ahead, so watch out for that.
You've been warned.
And today we are going to be talking about Murder on the Orient Express. Is that right, Sal?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's the new version of this film. There have been a few different versions made in the past, most notably the Albert Finney one and the one that was on Perot, and I think there was another one as well. I'm blanking on it. But I mainly think of the Sidney Lumet version when I think of Murder on the Orient Express. So anyway, what did you think about this movie, Sal?
Well, I actually enjoyed it. It was enjoyable, but then there's some parts that kind of put me off.
Mm.
So I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, I gave it like a 7.
Yeah, I mean the extra point and a half, or the extra half point, was due to the mustache guard that he was wearing.
Oh my
and
god.
his
that was
mustache.
great.
This is an epic mustache.
Yeah. Although, funny enough, I don't think Agatha Christie would actually have appreciated that mustache, because she actually didn't even like Albert Finney's mustache in the Sidney Lumet version.
Well, here's the thing. I knew there was other movies, before this one. I'm aware of that, but I didn't go and see them. I didn't.
Oh, you haven't seen the Sidney Lumet version?
No,
Oh,
I wanted to.
okay,
I knew about it, and the thing is, I am going to watch it, but I wanted to go see this one first without a bias.
Oh, dude, you should have totally had a bias. The Albert Finney one is way better.
So that's the reason. I'm going to see this one, and I know I gave it a 7.5. It's a wait until it comes out on DVD.
Hmm.
I have my bad points on it, and I'm looking forward to the other one. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go watch the other one. And
Definitely. I mean, the other one has Sean Connery, for God's sakes. Like,
yes.
hurry up.
So that's the thing. I mean, I knew, and I was holding myself and debating, should I go see the other ones before I see this one? I said, I don't know, because if I do, I'm going to be really biased, So, I mean, my thing is remakes are not always the best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how my point of view. But I didn't want to go see the other ones before this one. I wanted to basically just give a original review for this one. So yeah, I didn't watch the other ones.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm definitely taking it from the perspective of, comparison. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, my pros were, excellent cast.
I
But
kind of
with
felt like
that
they
said-
underused so many of the cast members, though, which
That's what
sucks.
the next point was. That's my next point. Some of them seemed like they could have had more lines or acted a little better to stand out, because their talent was just wasted.
Yeah, I got the same feeling.
Does that make sense? Yeah, because I mean, some of them were just there, and I'm like, if you were just there, I mean, you could have just been like wallpaper instead. I mean, I know you're there. Maybe it's just they wanted names so the movie can sell tickets, but at the same time, like,
I mean, that's definitely part of it.
it
I
was.
think.
I mean, because you saw the poster, you saw that every name had award winner, Oscar winner, this and that, nominated.
I mean, Johnny Depp was in it, so they already knew, like, oh yeah, people are gonna sit down for star power for this one.
But then you're the one who said, "Hey, yeah, he's not in there for long." So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, how do you feel about everyone was the murderer?
That's the other point. I mean, it was like a cop out to me. It was like, wait, what? Really? I'm like, they planned this whole elaborate thing so they can kill a person and be like, we all did it. We all had, we had our finger on the trigger. So you can't blame just one. I'm like, wait, really? But then I actually saw it from the detective's point of view, that it's basically like a self-discovery of him, because he's always saying it's either black or white, there's justice, or, there's always a culprit, and someone who's innocent. For that, he learns that, like, hey, it's not always, so clean cut. And that's his point at the end. He's like, you know what? I'm going to say it's all of you, but at the same time, there should only be one bad person, because he has his rules. But he's like, I can't blame one. He just kind of blows his mind saying that, yeah, everything I believed in kind of just went out the window. But then once he gets off the train, it's back to his cases, and I'm like, okay, I see it that he kind of learned something.
Yeah.
Because he said at the beginning, he's like, oh, everything in the world stands out for me. Everything's supposed to be perfect, and everything that stands out that's not perfect helps me in cases. And for this case, everything was out of whack. It was like a bookcase that's not organized. So he didn't know where to start, and everybody had a motive, and he can make up his mind. So in that sense, he's figuring out like, hey, the world's not so clean as I thought it was. And that's why I kind of understood him a little more. But at the same time, for everybody to say, oh, we planned this elaborately and we did it, and the only thing that got us was the landslide, and then we had to improvise. I'm like, yeah, that's a cop out. Well, that's without watching the original. So
Yeah,
I don't know
if you watch the original movie, like the reveal and the build up, just almost the whole movie is just like a way better version of what this new one is.
Yeah, but then I also loved how they paid attention to all the details of that time period.
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
That was
and
really
I definitely
nice.
loved the interior of the train.
Yes, that was excellent.
That was a nice looking train.
Yes, it was. Even at the beginning when they try to do the little like jokes and everything of the eggs and everything. I mean, I know why they were trying to reference. It was basically like a foreshadowing. Like everything is not exact at how it should be, and then the balance. That he always talking about at the end. Justice is not always an accurate balance. It was foreshadowing and stuff like that. But at the same time, it didn't redeem itself as a good movie. So I give it 7.5. It's still enjoyable, so you can sit down and just watch it. Just enjoy the train, basically.
Yeah, best part of the movie.
Yes.
So that's it for our review of Murder on the Orient Express. Catch us next time when we watch Justice League. I'm Pub Sal.
I am but then I have some issues with it. I'm afraid, but excited too.
I know. I'm like cautiously optimistic. That's the best way to put it.
Yes.
And social media is in the description, and hit us up if you have any questions.
And remember, keep watching movies.